One of the key benefits of self-discipline is that it builds trust in yourself. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, you develop a sense of integrity and self-respect. You prove to yourself that you are reliable and capable. This self-trust is empowering. It gives you the confidence to set bigger goals and pursue them with determination. You begin to see yourself not as someone who merely hopes for success, but as someone who actively creates it. Self-discipline also fosters resilience. Life is unpredictable and challenges are inevitable. Without discipline, it's easy to give up when things get tough. But with discipline, you develop the mental toughness needed to persevere. You learn to push through discomfort and setbacks, knowing that they are temporary and that your efforts will pay off in the long run. This resilience becomes a powerful asset, allowing you to navigate obstacles with grace and determination. Another important aspect of self-discipline is the ability to delay gratification. In today's fast-paced world where instant rewards are readily available, this can be a difficult skill to master. However, the most successful people understand that true success requires patience. They are willing to put in the work now, knowing that the rewards will come later. This mindset sets them apart from those who seek quick fixes and immediate results. And consider the story of a student preparing for an important exam. It's tempting to procrastinate or take shortcuts, but self-discipline keeps the student focused. Each hour of study, each review session, is a step toward mastery. On the day of the exam, the student's preparation pays off. This is the power of self-discipline. It creates a sense of preparedness and confidence that can only come from consistent effort. Self-discipline also helps you manage your time effectively. When you have the discipline to prioritize your tasks and stick to a schedule, you become more productive. You eliminate wasted time and focus on what truly matters. This sense of control over your time reduces stress and increases your ability to achieve your goals. It allows you to work smarter, not harder. Perhaps most importantly, self-discipline gives you freedom. While this may seem contradictory, consider this: when you have the discipline to manage your actions and choices, you gain control over your life. You are no longer a slave to impulses or external pressures. You make decisions based on what aligns with your values and goals. This sense of autonomy is liberating. It allows you to live a life that is true to who you are, rather than being driven by fleeting desires or the expectations of others. Over time, self-discipline becomes a habit. What once required conscious effort becomes automatic. You develop routines and practices that support your success. This consistency is key. It's not about perfection, but about showing up every day and doing your best. Even small, disciplined actions, repeated consistently, can lead to extraordinary results. Ultimately, self-discipline is the foundation of personal growth and achievement. It is the driving force behind every success story, the silent strength that empowers you to turn your dreams into reality. When you cultivate self-discipline, you unlock your potential and open the door to a life of purpose and fulfillment. It is the foundation upon which all success is built, and it is within your power to develop it, one choice at a time. Growth comes from pushing your limits, expanding beyond the boundaries of what is familiar, comfortable, and easy. Most people live within a zone of comfort, taking the predictable path, avoiding challenges and sticking to what feels safe. But real progress, the kind that leads to significant change and lasting success, comes when we step outside that zone. It's not about seeking discomfort for the sake of it. It's about recognizing that the best version of yourself lies just beyond your current limitations, waiting for you to stretch, to reach, to grow. Growth is never easy, and that's the point. If it were easy, everyone would do it. The process of growth demands courage, effort, and a willingness to face uncertainty. When we push ourselves beyond what we know, we encounter obstacles, mistakes, and moments of doubt. But these are not signs that we are on the wrong path. They are signs that we are on the right one. Growth is a process of trial and error, learning and evolving. Each mistake teaches us something valuable, and each setback brings us closer to our goal, as long as we continue to push forward. Think about a muscle. A muscle only becomes stronger when it is subjected to resistance. Without resistance, it remains stagnant, unable to grow. In the same way, our minds, our abilities, and our skills only grow when we face challenges that push us to our limits. If we never take on anything difficult, we remain where we are. Growth happens when we face a challenge and decide to push through, even when the path seems difficult or uncertain. The more we stretch ourselves, the stronger and more capable we become. The power of growth lies in the ability to move beyond what is familiar. The familiar may feel safe, but it's also limiting. Staying in your comfort zone feels good in the moment, but it traps you in a cycle of mediocrity. To move beyond that, you need to be willing to take risks, to try new things, and to embrace the discomfort that comes with learning and evolving. When you are willing to take that first step outside of your comfort zone, you open the door to possibilities that you never could have imagined from the inside. One of the greatest misconceptions about growth is that it requires drastic, sudden change. People often wait for a breakthrough moment, a dramatic shift, or a sign that it's time to change. The truth is, growth is often incremental. It's about taking small, consistent steps toward something better. It's about making decisions every day to step outside of your comfort zone, even in small ways. Maybe it's learning a new skill, pushing yourself to have a difficult conversation, or setting a higher standard for yourself. Each of these small actions adds up, creating a compound effect that leads to profound change over time. Another aspect of growth is the ability to embrace failure as part of the process. Failure is not the end of the road, it's simply a part of the journey. It's through failure that we learn the most about ourselves and the world around us. The key is not to be discouraged by failure, but to learn from it. Each failure offers insight and opportunity for improvement. If you are constantly succeeding without encountering challenges or failure, then it's likely that you're not pushing yourself hard enough. Growth requires the willingness to fail, to stumble, and to get back up again, stronger and wiser than before. The journey of growth also involves a shift in mindset. It's about moving from a fixed mindset where you believe your abilities are set in stone to a growth mindset, where you see challenges as opportunities to learn and develop. A growth mindset opens up endless possibilities because it frees you from the fear of failure and encourages you to view every experience as a chance to improve. The more you cultivate this mindset, the more you unlock your potential and expand your capacity to grow. It's also important to remember that growth is not just about achieving external success. While material success is often a result of personal growth, true growth also involves internal transformation. It's about becoming a better person, more patient, more resilient, more focused, and more disciplined. It's about learning to manage your thoughts and emotions, to control your reactions, and to build stronger relationships with others. Personal growth touches every area of your life, and it makes you better equipped to handle whatever challenges come your way. Growth is not always linear, and it's not always easy to see. There will be times when it feels like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. There will be days when progress seems slow or non-existent. But just because you don't see immediate results doesn't mean you're not growing. Growth happens on the inside first. It happens in the way you think, the way you approach problems, and the way you see the world. It happens in the way you respond to challenges and in the way you show up for yourself and others. The outward results will follow, but they are often the last part of the process. The real growth happens internally, and that's where the lasting transformation begins. In the end, growth is a choice. You can choose to stay where you are, to avoid challenges, and to seek comfort. Or you can choose to stretch yourself, to embrace discomfort, and to grow. The path to growth is never easy, but it is always worth it. It's the path that leads to a better version of yourself and to a life of greater fulfillment, purpose, and achievement. The choice is yours. Will you take the first step toward growth? Will you push your limits and step into the unknown? Because the life you want is waiting on the other side of your comfort zone, and it can only be reached through growth. Focus is the secret ingredient to achieving anything of value in life. Without it, your efforts become scattered, your intentions blurred, and your progress slow. In a world full of distractions, focus is the tool that allows you to cut through the noise and move steadily toward your goals. It's the difference between wishing for success and working for it. Focus gives your actions direction, meaning, and purpose. Without focus, you may work hard, but you'll find yourself moving in circles, getting nowhere. We live in an age of constant distraction: smartphones, social media, endless notifications, and the pull of entertainment. It has become harder than ever to stay focused. Yet, amidst all these distractions, the most successful people have learned to hone their ability to focus. Focus is not just about working harder, it's about working smarter, aligning every action with your ultimate goals. It's about giving all your energy to what matters most, instead of spreading yourself. Discipline requires a clear understanding of your goals. You must know what you're working toward and why it matters to you. This clarity is crucial because it gives discipline its purpose. Without a compelling reason to stay disciplined, it's easy to fall into complacency. But when your goal is meaningful, when it truly resonates with you, discipline becomes a tool of empowerment rather than a burden. It becomes the means by which you honor your deepest desires. Many people confuse discipline with willpower, but they are not the same. Willpower is finite, it fades over time, especially when faced with temptations or challenges. Discipline, however, is built on systems and routines. It's about creating an environment that supports your success. For example, if your goal is to write a book, relying solely on willpower to sit down and write each day will eventually lead to burnout. But if you establish a disciplined routine, writing at the same time every day, eliminating distractions, you remove the need for willpower. You simply follow the system you've created. Discipline also teaches you the value of delayed gratification. In a world that often promises instant rewards, discipline reminds you that the best things in life take time. Every great achievement is the result of sustained effort over months, years, sometimes even decades. Discipline allows you to resist the allure of short-term pleasure in favor of long-term success. It's the ability to say no to what's easy and yes to what's necessary. Consider an athlete training for a marathon. The early morning runs, the strict diet, the countless hours of preparation, all of it requires discipline. The athlete understands that every training session, no matter how small, is a step toward the finish line. This is the essence of discipline, doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, because you know it's bringing you closer to your goal. Discipline also builds resilience. Life will inevitably throw obstacles in your path. There will be days when you feel tired, unmotivated, or overwhelmed. Discipline is what carries you through those moments. It's the quiet voice that says, keep going, and with each challenge you overcome, your discipline strengthens. You become more capable, more confident, and more determined. This resilience is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up at the first sign of difficulty. There's another powerful aspect of discipline: it creates freedom. This may seem counterintuitive, but think about it. When you are disciplined, you are in control of your actions. You're not at the mercy of distractions, procrastination, or external circumstances. You have the freedom to choose your path and stick to it. This sense of control is liberating. It allows you to live life on your own terms, pursuing what truly matters to you. Over time, discipline compounds. Each disciplined action builds on the last, creating a foundation of success. It's like saving money in a bank account. Each deposit, no matter how small, adds up. Eventually, the interest kicks in, and your efforts begin to multiply. This is the power of discipline. Small, consistent actions repeated over time lead to exponential results. Discipline also fosters self-respect. When you honor your commitments to yourself, you build trust in your own abilities. You prove to yourself that you are capable of following through, even when it's difficult. This self-trust is invaluable. It fuels confidence and gives you the courage to take on even greater challenges. You begin to see yourself not as someone who dreams, but as someone who achieves. Ultimately, discipline is the key to turning dreams into achievements. It's not glamorous and it's rarely easy, but it works. It's the steady, unwavering force that carries you forward, one step at a time, until you reach your destination. With discipline, there are no limits to what you can achieve. Persistence overcomes obstacles that talent alone cannot. Talent, while valuable, is only the starting point. It can open doors and provide a head start, but it is persistence that sees you through to the finish line. Many talented individuals never reach their potential because they lack the persistence to endure challenges and setbacks. On the other hand, those who persevere, who refuse to give up no matter the odds, often surpass those with natural gifts. Persistence, more than anything else, is the great equalizer in life. Imagine a mountain climber attempting to reach the summit. The climb is steep, and the path is fraught with obstacles: loose rocks, treacherous ledges, and sudden storms. Talent might give the climber a good sense of balance or a head for heights, but it is persistence that keeps them moving upward, step by step. It is the decision to keep going, even when every muscle aches and the summit feels impossibly far away. This is the essence of persistence: the ability to keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the journey. One of the greatest misconceptions about success is that it comes easily to those who are naturally gifted. But the truth is, talent without persistence is like a car without fuel. It may look impressive, but it won't go anywhere. History is filled with stories of individuals who achieved greatness not because they were the most talented, but because they refused to quit. Thomas Edison, for example, famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he simply replied that he had found thousands of ways that didn't work. His persistence is what ultimately led to success. Persistence is not about stubbornly repeating the same actions expecting different results. It is about learning, adapting, and continuing to move forward despite setbacks. Each failure is a lesson, a stepping stone that brings you closer to your goal. When you persist, you develop resilience, the ability to bounce back from disappointment and keep striving. This resilience becomes a powerful asset, strengthening your resolve and sharpening your skills with each challenge you face. Consider a river carving its way through rock. The river does not break through the rock in a single moment of force. Instead, it flows continuously, day after day, year after year, until it wears the rock away. The river's persistence is what allows it to achieve what might seem impossible. Your efforts work in the same way. Each small action, repeated consistently over time, has the power to overcome even the largest obstacles. Another important aspect of persistence is that it builds momentum. When you persist, you create a sense of forward motion. Each victory, no matter how small, fuels your motivation and gives you the energy to tackle the next challenge. Momentum makes it easier to keep going, even when the journey gets tough. It creates a cycle of success, where each achievement propels you toward the next. Persistence also fosters creativity and innovation. When you refuse to give up, you are forced to find new solutions to problems. You become resourceful, thinking outside the box and discovering strategies that others might overlook. This creativity often leads to breakthroughs that would not have been possible without persistence. It is the act of pushing through obstacles that unlocks your full potential and reveals capabilities you didn't know you had. Furthermore, persistence cultivates patience. Achieving anything worthwhile takes time, and persistence teaches you to embrace the journey rather than rush toward the destination. It helps you develop a long-term perspective, recognizing that each step, no matter how small, is part of a larger process. Patience allows you to stay focused on your goals, even when progress feels slow. There is a quiet strength in persistence, a determination that says, "I will not be defeated." This strength is not loud or flashy, but it is unshakable. It is the inner voice that encourages you to try again, to take one more step, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. It is the belief that success is possible, not because of luck or talent, but because of effort and perseverance. In the face of adversity, persistence becomes your greatest ally. It gives you the courage to face challenges head-on and the confidence to know that you can overcome them. It transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth and turns setbacks into comebacks. Each time you persist, you prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving more than you thought possible. Ultimately, persistence is what separates those who merely dream from those who achieve. It is the difference between wishing for success and working for it. Talent may set the stage, but it is persistence that writes the script. It is the unwavering commitment to keep going, no matter what, that leads to true success. And in the end, it is persistence, not talent, that will carry you to the heights of your potential. Self-discipline is the foundation upon which all success is built. Without it, even the best plans and intentions will falter. It is the ability to control your impulses, to choose what you want most over what you want right now. It is the inner strength that allows you to stay focused on your goals, even in the face of distractions and temptations. While motivation can get you started, it is self-discipline that keeps you moving forward when the initial excitement fades. Success in any area of life, whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal growth, requires a level of self-discipline. Think of it as the glue that holds everything together. You can have a clear vision, a well-thought-out plan, and even the right opportunities, but without the discipline to follow through consistently, none of it will matter. Self-discipline transforms ideas into actions and actions into results. Imagine a sculptor working on a block of marble. The vision of the masterpiece exists in the sculptor's mind, but bringing it to life requires discipline. Each strike of the chisel, each hard work aligns you with success because it taps into a fundamental principle of life, cause and effect. Every result in your life is the effect of an action, and the quality of those results is directly tied to the quality and consistency of your efforts. This principle is as old as time, yet it remains misunderstood by many. People often search for shortcuts or secret formulas to success, believing that luck, talent, or circumstances will determine their fate. But the truth is far simpler. Success is earned, not given, and hard work is the currency with which you pay. Think for a moment about the natural world. A farmer doesn't scatter seeds carelessly and hope for a bountiful harvest. Instead, he prepares the soil, plants each seed with care, waters them, and nurtures them day after day. He knows that the quality of his harvest will be a direct reflection of his effort. The same is true in every aspect of life. Hard work is the planting, the nurturing, and the persistence required to reap the rewards of success. It aligns you with the natural order of progress because it is rooted in action, discipline, and consistency. Consider a ship setting sail toward a distant port. Without a compass and a steady hand on the wheel, the ship will drift aimlessly, tossed by the wind and waves. Hard work is your compass. It gives you direction and keeps you focused on your destination, even when the seas are rough. When you commit to hard work, you align your actions with your goals, creating a straight path toward success. Each task, each effort, becomes a step forward, bringing you closer to your destination. But hard work is more than just physical effort. It's a mindset. It's the belief that your actions matter, that every small step counts. When you adopt this mindset, you begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You find solutions instead of excuses. You realize that success is not a matter of chance, but a matter of choice. And every time you choose to put in the effort, you align yourself with the forces that drive success. Hard work also has a powerful compounding effect. Each effort builds upon the last, creating momentum that propels you forward. Think of a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's small and requires a push to get moving. But as it rolls, it gathers more snow, growing larger and moving faster. Eventually it becomes unstoppable. This is the power of hard work. What starts as small, consistent actions eventually builds into something far greater than the sum of its parts. There is also a psychological alignment that happens when you work hard. You begin to trust yourself. Each time you set a goal and follow through with effort, you strengthen your belief in your ability to achieve. This self-trust is invaluable because it fuels confidence, and confidence in turn fuels more action. It's a cycle that perpetuates success. When you know you can rely on your own efforts, you stop waiting for external validation or perfect conditions. You become proactive, taking ownership of your future. Hard work also aligns you with learning and growth. Every effort, even those that result in failure, teaches you something valuable. Each challenge you face and overcome becomes a lesson that sharpens your skills and deepens your understanding. This continuous learning process is a key ingredient of success. Without effort, there can be no growth, and without growth, there can be no progress. Furthermore, hard work aligns you with opportunities. Opportunities often present themselves to those who are actively engaged in their pursuits. It's not about being in the right place at the right time, it's about being ready when the right moment comes. Hard work ensures that you are prepared. It positions you to seize opportunities and capitalize on them when they arise. Many people miss out on success because they wait passively for opportunities instead of creating them through effort. Lastly, hard work aligns you with the values that underpin true success: discipline, integrity, and perseverance. These are the qualities that sustain long-term achievement. Talent may open doors, but only hard work can keep them open. When you align your actions with these values, you build a solid foundation that can weather any storm. In the end, success is not a destination but a journey, and hard work is the vehicle that takes you there. It aligns your actions with your aspirations, turning dreams into reality, one step at a time. There are no shortcuts, but there is a guaranteed path, and that path is paved with effort. So embrace the power of hard work, and watch as it aligns every aspect of your life with the success you seek. Action builds momentum, and momentum builds success. This idea is simple but profoundly powerful. It speaks to a truth that governs all progress in life: nothing happens until you take action. Dreams, goals, and plans are merely ideas until they are set into motion by the force of your efforts. Action is the spark that ignites the fire of achievement, and once that fire is lit, it creates a momentum that carries you forward in ways you might never have imagined. Momentum is often misunderstood. People think of it as a burst of energy or a stroke of luck that propels them forward. But true momentum is born from consistent, deliberate action. It's like pushing a heavy boulder. At first, every push feels difficult, almost impossible. The boulder barely moves, but with each push you build strength. The boulder starts to shift inch by inch, and then something incredible happens. It begins to roll. What was once a struggle becomes a steady motion, and eventually it picks up speed. That's momentum. The key to building momentum is taking that first step, no matter how small. Action breeds confidence. When you take even the smallest step towards your goal, you prove to yourself that progress is possible. This sense of progress fuels motivation, which leads to more action. It's a positive feedback loop, where each action builds upon the last, creating a sense of unstoppable forward movement. The more you act, the more you act, the more you believe in your ability to succeed, and the more success becomes inevitable. Many people get stuck waiting for the right moment to start. They wait for inspiration, clarity, or perfect circumstances. But here's the truth: the right moment never comes. Clarity doesn't appear until you begin. Action creates clarity. When you move forward, even without all the answers, the path becomes clearer. It's like driving through fog. You can only see a few feet ahead, but as you move, more of the road is revealed. Waiting for the fog to lift is futile. You have to move to see the way. Momentum also has a powerful way of overcoming inertia. Inertia is that state of stagnation where you feel stuck, paralyzed by fear or indecision. The only way to break free from inertia is to act. Even the smallest action, a phone call, a decision, a single task, can shift your energy and set things in motion. Once you're moving, it becomes easier to keep going. The hardest part is always starting. But once you've started, momentum takes over and carries you forward. One of the greatest benefits of momentum is that it minimizes resistance. When you're at a standstill, every challenge feels monumental. But when you're in motion, challenges become smaller, more manageable. Think of a train leaving a station. It takes a tremendous amount of energy to get moving, but once it's in motion, it can power through obstacles with ease. Your actions work the same way. Momentum makes it easier to overcome setbacks because you're already moving forward. You have the energy and drive to push through. Momentum also unlocks creativity and innovation. When you're taking consistent action, you're constantly learning, adapting, and finding better ways to achieve your goals. Ideas flow more freely when you're engaged in the process. Sitting on the sidelines, waiting for inspiration rarely produces results. But when you're actively working toward something, ideas come naturally. You see solutions you wouldn't have noticed before. This is the power of being in motion. It opens your mind to possibilities. Another important aspect of momentum is that it attracts opportunities. People are drawn to those who are in motion, those who are actively pursuing their goals. When you're making progress, you create a sense of excitement and energy that others want to be part of. Opportunities seem to come out of nowhere, not because of luck, but because your actions signal that you're ready to receive them. You've created the conditions for success through your consistent effort. Momentum also builds resilience. When you're in motion, setbacks don't derail you, they become part of the journey. You've built up enough energy and drive to absorb the impact and keep going. This resilience is crucial because no journey is without challenges. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often comes down to their ability to keep moving forward, no matter what obstacles arise. Finally, momentum creates a sense of purpose and fulfillment. There's a deep satisfaction that comes from knowing you're making progress towards something meaningful. Each day, each action brings you closer to your goals. This sense of purpose fuels even more action, creating a virtuous cycle of growth and achievement. The lesson is clear: action is the catalyst for momentum, and momentum is the engine of success. The moment you take that first step, you set a powerful force into motion. Keep moving, keep pushing, and watch as momentum carries you to heights you once thought were impossible. Discipline over time turns dreams into achievements. It is the bridge between wanting something and actually having it. People often talk about their dreams filled with excitement and ambition, but very few turn those dreams into reality. The reason is simple: they lack discipline. Discipline is the engine that drives consistent action, and consistent action over time is what creates lasting success. Without discipline, even the most well-crafted plans are nothing more than wishful thinking. Think of discipline as a guiding force, much like a rudder on a ship. Without it, a ship would drift aimlessly, tossed about by the winds and waves. No matter how strong or well-built the vessel, it needs that rudder to stay on course. In life, discipline is what keeps you moving toward your goals, no matter how rough the waters become. It ensures that your actions are aligned with your intentions day after day, even when motivation fades. The truth about discipline is that it's not something you're born with, it's something you cultivate. At first it feels difficult, even unnatural. You'll resist it just as a muscle resists being stretched and worked. But over time, with practice and repetition, discipline becomes a habit. The key to mastering focus lies in the ability to eliminate distractions. It's about making conscious choices every day to prioritize what truly matters. Most of us go through our days reacting to whatever is in front of us. We allow external circumstances to dictate how we spend our time. But the truly successful people understand that time is the most precious resource they have, and they guard it fiercely. They set clear boundaries for what they will and will not allow to take their focus away. This might mean saying no to certain opportunities or social engagements, but it's all in service of something much greater, the achievement of their goals. Focus also requires clarity. To be focused, you must know what you are focusing on. If you don't have clear goals, it's impossible to direct your energy towards something meaningful. Clarity acts as a beacon, guiding your efforts and keeping you on track. It's easy to get distracted by the endless options life offers, but when you have a clear vision of where you want to go, you can filter out the noise. You don't waste your time on things that don't contribute to your vision. Your focus sharpens, and your path becomes much clearer. Another aspect of focus is discipline. Discipline allows you to resist the temptation of distractions. It's easy to be drawn into short-term pleasures, checking your phone, watching another episode of your favorite show, or spending time on things that are not aligned with your goals. But with focus, you learn to resist these urges. You train yourself to stay committed to the task at hand, knowing that the work you're doing now will pay off later. Discipline combined with focus creates momentum that propels you toward success. Focus also requires mental toughness. The path to success is never a straight line. There will be days when things don't go according to plan. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and frustrations. On these days, your focus is your most valuable asset. It's the ability to keep your eyes on the prize, to remain committed to your goals, even when things seem difficult. Mental toughness allows you to push through adversity, keeping you aligned with your vision and your purpose. One of the most powerful aspects of focus is the power of saying no. In a world where opportunities seem endless, it's easy to say yes to everything. But the most successful people understand that every yes comes at the expense of something else. By learning to say no to distractions, unimportant tasks, and things that don't align with your goals, you are free to say yes to the things that truly matter. Saying no is a form of self-respect. It's recognizing that your time and energy are precious, and that you must use them wisely. Focus also increases your ability to make decisions. When you are focused on your goals, decisions become clearer. You know exactly what's at stake and what will bring you closer to your objectives. You stop second-guessing yourself, and your choices become more decisive. Focus brings confidence, as it removes the mental clutter that often leads to indecision. The clearer your focus, the more empowered you feel to take action. There is also a deep sense of satisfaction that comes with being focused. When you dedicate yourself to something and make significant progress, it's incredibly rewarding. Focus allows you to see results more quickly. When your attention is fixed on a single goal, you begin to see the fruits of your labor. This sense of accomplishment motivates you to continue, building positive momentum that pushes you even further. In the end, focus is the key to unlocking your potential. It is the force that allows you to take action in the direction of your dreams and to stay on course even when challenges arise. The ability to focus is what separates the achievers from the dreamers. It's the difference between wishing for success and working tirelessly toward it. Focus isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It's a skill that, once mastered, transforms your efforts into extraordinary results. It is the quiet power that drives meaningful achievement and allows you to accomplish things you once thought were impossible. Time is the most precious resource we have. It is something we cannot buy more of, and once it's gone, it is gone forever. Yet most people squander time without fully understanding its value. They waste it on distractions, procrastination, and trivial matters, only to look back and wonder where the years have gone. The key to success, to living a fulfilling and purposeful life, is learning how to manage and use your time effectively. Time management isn't just about keeping a schedule, it's about aligning your actions with your highest priorities and making deliberate choices every day to move closer to your goals. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but the difference between those who achieve great things and those who don't is how they use those hours. Time management is a habit, one that requires discipline, focus, and a clear sense of purpose. It's not about cramming as many tasks into your day as possible. It's about focusing on what matters most and dedicating your energy and attention to those things. It's about making every moment count, understanding that each small decision you make adds up to the life you create. The first step in managing time effectively is recognizing that time is finite. When you fully grasp the reality that you can't get back the hours, days, or years that slip away, it becomes easier to prioritize. Too often, we allow ourselves to be consumed by tasks that don't align with our long-term goals. We get caught up in the day-to-day minutiae, responding to emails, attending meetings, or running errands. These are necessary tasks, but they are not the ones that will change your life. The key is to identify what matters most and focus your time and energy on those pursuits. Effective time management also means being intentional about your choices. It's easy to allow life to happen to you, to react to every situation that arises without considering how it fits into your bigger plan. But when you take control of your time, you stop being a passive observer and become an active creator of your life. You begin to decide consciously and purposefully how you will spend your time. This involves setting clear goals and aligning your daily actions with those goals. When you know what you are working toward, it becomes easier to make decisions about how to spend your time. You'll find yourself saying no to distractions and yes to what truly matters. One of the most powerful time management strategies is learning how to say no. The ability to say no to things that do not serve your highest priorities is essential for maintaining control over your time. Saying yes to every request or opportunity that comes your way may feel good in the moment, but it ultimately spreads you thin and prevents you from focusing on what's important. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals, you are saying no to something that does. Learning to say no with confidence is a key part of managing your time effectively. In addition to saying no, time management involves creating systems and routines that help you stay focused and organized. When you have systems in place for managing your tasks, your time becomes more predictable and efficient. You no longer waste time deciding what to do next or feeling overwhelmed by an endless to-do list. Instead, you can simply follow the plan you've laid out. Routines, whether they're for your work, your health, or your personal life, create structure and allow you to allocate time effectively. When your day has a rhythm to it, you're able to accomplish more in less time. The practice of time blocking is another powerful technique for effective time management. Time blocking involves setting aside specific blocks of time for focused work on particular tasks or activities. During these blocks, you eliminate distractions and give your full attention to the task at hand. Whether it's writing, studying, or working on a project, time blocking allows you to concentrate your energy and achieve more in less time. By protecting your time in this way, you ensure that you're spending it on activities that align with your goals, rather than allowing the constant demands of life to pull you in different directions. Time management also requires an understanding of energy and focus. We all have limited energy, and it's crucial to allocate that energy wisely. Some tasks require more mental or physical effort than others, so it's important to schedule your most challenging tasks during times when you're at your peak energy. For most people, this means tackling the most important tasks earlier in the day, when their minds are fresh and focused. As the day progresses, energy levels tend to decline, so less demanding tasks can be scheduled for later. By aligning your tasks with your natural energy patterns, you maximize your effectiveness. There will be times when distractions, setbacks, and unexpected events disrupt your schedule. In these moments, it's important not to lose sight of your long-term goals. Flexibility is a key component of effective time management. While it's important to have a plan, it's also important to remain adaptable and willing to adjust when necessary. Life is unpredictable, and the ability to bounce back from interruptions, refocus, and continue moving forward is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up. Perhaps the most important aspect of time management is remembering that time is a gift. When you start viewing time as something to be cherished and respected, you approach your days with greater purpose. You begin to see the opportunities that each moment holds and make choices that reflect your values and goals. Time is the one resource that, once spent, cannot be replenished. Every second is an opportunity to move closer to the life you want. The question is, are you using it wisely? Time management isn't about fitting more into your day, it's about making the most of the time you have. When you manage your time effectively, you take control of your life, and you take a step closer to becoming the person you are capable of being.